This is Single-Pak Link. To learn more about the Gameboy Advance Single-Pak multiplayer functionality, such as how to connect compatible games with GBA link cables, be sure to check out my how-to video, link in the description. Mario Party just wouldn't be Mario Party without a multiplayer component, and Mario Party Advance actually has a couple of Single-Pak Link options. The first one-cartridge option is called the Dual Games, and they must be unlocked by playing the single-player campaign. Before any game can begin, the host must select a character for both players between Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Yoshi, but the difference is only cosmetic. The first game is called Tank Down, and it's essentially Atari 2600's Combat, where you have to attack your opponent's tank to cause damage. The difference here, though, is the Fog of War. When you hit the opposing tank, they vanish into the Fog of War to prevent spawn killing, which is a thoughtful detail. It's also possible to warm up a power attack to destroy some of the barricades found throughout the stages too. In summary, it's not great, but it isn't terrible. The second game is called Hammergeddon, and it's a 2D Hammer Brothers deathmatch. A jumps and B chucks hammers. The first player to take enough damage will lose, and matches last about 20 seconds. It's short-lived, but it kinda makes me wish a Hammer Bro was a playable fighter in Smash. The third game is called Stair Scare, and it's literally a button masher. Tapping A makes your character climb a constantly falling staircase, and the first to fall loses. Unless you like breaking your GBA by smashing one button, this game can be skipped. Chicken, with an exclamation point, is the fourth game and one of the worst available. You have to watch the Thwomp's shadow and press a button to get out of the way in time. But it all happens so fast and there isn't much of a tell, so it's over quickly. Like Stair Scare, it might actually take longer to load the game than actually play it. The next game is called Chainsaw, and players need to alternate pressing the shoulder buttons to cut a chain to crush the other player first. However, if you cut too fast, your character will get tired and lose precious time. There isn't much to this game and it doesn't make much sense. Guys, just move like one step away and no one's gonna get smashed, and you won't need to cut a metal chain with a simple handsaw. The sixth game is Volleybomb. Instead of hitting a volleyball back and forth, players need to spike the bomb on the opposing side. In time, the bomb will eventually explode because, it's a bomb. But this game is actually pretty fun, and I wouldn't mind seeing something like this turn into a full game. The Mario crew likes to play tennis, golf, and soccer. Why not volleyball? The seventh game is Koopa Curl, and it's one of the highlights. Just like a game of shuffleboard or Olympic curling, players alternate 3-turn sliding Koopa shells, trying to get them to stop on designated point zones. The shells are also very bouncy, so each match involves plenty of luck along with skill. The final game is called Slammer, and it's similar to the chicken minigame as it's based on reaction. A attacks and B defends, and you need to hit the correct button before your opponent depending on the picture that's shown. If you see your picture, defend. If you see your opponent, attack, but you need to be faster than your rival. While it's understandable, the standby GBA needs to be restarted if you wanted to switch games, which is cumbersome, especially since some of the games are over so quickly. But Mario Party Advance has excellent sprite work, animation, and a quality soundtrack. A lot of care has been put into Mario's first handheld party game. The other Single-Pak Link option comes from the Playland area, in which the host player can distribute minigames and Gaddgets, that's with 2 Ds, named after Professor E. Gadd, to any number of linked players. There are 50 minigames in total, and any empty GBA can play that minigame until the power is turned off. Then there are the Gaddgets, which are pointless micro apps that don't really do anything and remind me of the early days of the Apple App Store. For example, standby players can download a candle app that displays a burning candle. Or you can watch a set of hourglasses pour sand at different speeds and then press one button to flip them over and do it all over again. There's a counting sheep app where sheep just jump and you're supposed to count them, I guess, to help you sleep. There's no interactivity here. There's a weird map making app, you can watch a stick fall or even light up a heart by pressing buttons. There are 50 of these pointless apps in total, any of which can be stored on empty GBAs until it powers off. Even though these things are pointless and simple, I still admire their creativity and passion. But they still look good and provide curious players a simple way to waste some time. Like many other GBA games that offer a multiplayer feature, players will get more from the multi-pack link mode, but there's no denying the amount of content that's available here by only needing one copy of the game. Granted, if you took the time to unlock them by grinding the single player. Sure, the minigames found in the Single-Pak Link mode are limited to 2 players, but having the ability to send any minigame or gadget to any player is an unnecessary but highly welcomed feature. Mario Party Advance does a lot with a little, and it's an impressive although forgotten entry in the long-running series. But what do you think? Did you play Mario Party Advance? Or what about the even more obscure Mario Party E card game that used the GBA e-reader, which is actually a pretty fun game and you should play it? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this Single-Pak Link coverage, be sure to check out my GBA Multi-Boot playlist right here on my channel because I covered every compatible Single-Pak linking game on Nintendo's handheld. Until next time, thank you for watching and game on.